Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. These are Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 4 of my Crash Landing series. And today, I have a few things I want to show off first before I get into the work. One thing, I am wearing that. Okay, good. One thing, I have finished, for the most part, the barrels down here. There might be something that comes through that from the dust that I'm missing. Actually, I think I need the platinum, so that's probably what the barrel that will go there is going to be occupied by. Uh, I did run a whole bunch of dirt between the last episode and this one. Got some more tomato, grape, rice, sunflower seeds. Got some grass seeds, acorns, and birch. Also got some sugar cane, rubber, and some soy. And this ladder is not cooperating right now. There we go. Also, I managed to die. And it was for a stupid reason, too. Let's see if it even... So I've died one time. Click here for more info. Explosions! Yep. I was... I was building this, and I thought for sure everything had been killed. I was building the wall around the courtyard, and I'd slept through the night for the most part on time, except a couple things spawned. And then I killed everything that I could find, everything that had its face on the minimap, and I started building this wall. Thank you, lots of cobblestone. And as I was building it, apparently there was a ghast floating up there carrying a creeper, and it landed right behind me while I was building the wall, and it exploded and I died. It was horrible, nasty, and just generally frightening. But when I reconnected to the shell constructor, obviously there wasn't enough power in the energy cell to fill it up all the way. So I went ahead and made one of these. It's called the Survivalist Generator, and the recipe for it's pretty simple. Just iron, redstone furnace, and some cobblestone there. Runs off of coal, and one coal lasts something like 20-25 minutes, and it's, I don't know, 5 RF per tick. Does that sound? Yeah, that seems about right. So it's slow generating, but it puts out a lot of power total. It's awesome. Another thing I wanted to mention is I put some dirt over here for some grass seeds, and there's a reason for that. First off, if you have bone meal, you can stand a chance at getting all kinds of different fruit saplings as well as different harvest craft seeds. You can get maybe a couple things from the grass itself. You stand a chance of getting the dandelions and the roses, but vanilla seeds you can't get from doing that. However, if you hoe the grass, I didn't get anything that time. Lovely. You can get all kinds of different seeds, including vanilla seeds, which is awesome. But I didn't get anything that time at all, which is fine. Now, the reason why I left that one grass block alone is because I want to repopulate the area with grass instead of just have to put another grass seed down. And there's a way to accelerate that by using this thing called a watering can. Recipe for that there is... Oh, come on. Oh, it's not going to do that. Okay. There we go. a bowl, some smooth stone, and bone meal, and that will get you a watering can. Without bone meal, you can craft it as long as you are in peaceful, but not in peaceful, so I can't do it that way. Uh, but by using the watering can, it will very quickly spread the grass, as you can see here. It does have a radius. It spits out, I think, 2 from the center. Maybe it's just 1 from the center and the grass is just migrating more quickly. I don't know. It also works on these plants, the Harvestcraft stuff, not as well. It does work pretty well on sugarcane, as well as these seeds or these tree saplings, the vanilla trees, and also the rubber trees. Now, the rubber tree, well, here, let me sleep through the night because things are starting to spawn. Not that that really matters, because I have a lovely, wonderful wall. Alright, get back up here. Oh, one thing I need to mention. When you set this up, the autonomous activator, do remember, if you're going to do it this sort of setup here, to set one of the sides to receive from the hopper. I wasn't getting items in for a while, and that's why. But something to note about the rubber tree. First, let me grab a sapling here and put it in that spot. It says dry rubber leaves. You do not want your rubber tree to have dry leaves because you will not get saplings from it. Try. Oh, you can! I've never gotten a sapling from the dry leaves before, so never mind. I was going to... Maybe it's just a drastically reduced chance. Nope. Getting saplings again. I have never gotten a sapling from dry rubber leaves since the dry rubber leaves were implemented. This is the first time, and of course it happens while I'm recording, so never mind. But I will go ahead and chop this down so you can see what I was going to talk about. First off, you can get the different leaves by shears, but it's harder to break them with shears, and there's no real bonus or anything like that. But you plant a sapling and let it grow. I like to aim off to the side because, well, I don't know, maybe pointing it at it has the same chance, but I get better results pointing it off to the side of whatever I want to grow. The rubber tree starts off with green leaves, and slowly over time they will turn into the dry leaves. Watch. Now that I have demonstrated that you can somehow get these saplings from the dry leaves, I'm not going to get any from the green leaves. Wouldn't that be hilarious? So far, it looks like that's what's happening. I swear sometimes... Oh, there's one. Sometimes when I record something, the information that I have about some subject gets completely turned on its ear and becomes obsolete. Oh well. But the rubber tree... Let me finish chopping this and go ahead and replant it there. You shut up out there. The rubber tree, first off, the logs are good for very few things as logs go. Typically, you can get, let's see here, usage. You can get 3 jungle wood planks out of it, so it's a way to get jungle wood, but and the other use is for making charcoal, and also as a fuel itself. And that's it. You can use it in a sawmill to stand a chance of getting some glue. and it does increase the amount of planks you can get by 2, but I'm nowhere near using a sawmill or needing a sawmill at this point. But the most useful function for it is 1 log turns to 1 charcoal, just like almost every other kind of log. So that's what I use them for, making charcoal. Actually, I can go ahead and do that now. Additionally, rubber trees will get you this stuff called raw rubber. Now, I'm using the furnace right now, so I'll just show this. Raw rubber, when you cook it, well, for one thing, you can turn it into torches and use it for sticky pistons, and also the tinker's torches. But when you cook it, it turns into this rubber bar stuff, and the rubber bars turn into... Oh, I need to cook it. Well, for one thing, they're used for conveyor belts and a couple other things. Det cord is so interesting. But when you cook it, you get this stuff called raw plastic, and that's useful for a whole bunch of stuff later on, and can be used in the place of several other recipes that call for plastic as opposed to rubber. Depending on what mods you have. But most importantly, the raw plastic is used for making these things called plastic sheets. The plastic sheets are going to come into handy on, let's see here, a quest that I've got coming up here. But first I need to work towards getting some pneumatic craft going. So that's going to take a little bit of doing to get that going. I will probably pick the slime plant seeds for that, and I get some iron ore dust. But I have yet to finish this off. I need to kill a couple more spiders and some more zombies, so maybe I'll let night just happen and stand somewhere where they can possibly reach me. Who knows? But let's see here. There's one other thing. Oh, right! There is an advantage to getting all these different kinds of saplings from over there, those types of trees. And the advantage comes in the guise of food, more specifically, jelly. Each type of jelly sandwich will give you a different food thing. So, let's see here. I have orange jelly. I've eaten 3 of them the last 18 hunger. And I thought for sure there was a grape jelly sandwich. Let's see here. Grape? Oh, no. PB. Ah, there it is. No, I've eaten enough things since... No, there it is. Eaten twice in the last 18 hunger. So basically it measures how much hunger you've filled up by the different items. So if you fill up 18 hunger with just 5 eatings, then you can probably keep eating the same item over and over again. I'm not sure about that though. But there are a few different types of jelly sandwiches that you can create so that you can mix it up. And as long as you are able to grow sugarcane and peanuts, it is a fantastic source of food. But I want to try to go for the bacon cheeseburger. So in order to do that, I'm going to need some iron, 8 iron in total, and I just now got above the 32 mark. So let's put those there. So now I can get 8 iron and cook that up, and I'm going to make a presser, and then we're going to take a look at the bacon cheeseburger. So let me set this up and I'll be right back. Alright, so I discovered something. Well, first, I just died again not too terribly long ago. It was another creeper. It kind of snuck up on me, but that's all right. I had a synced body ready to go, and I now have another synced body ready to go. That took a few minutes to do, and so as I was busying myself with doing some of my work, I discovered something. Look down in the bottom left of the screen, and you will find the words "No Environment Data." What that means is I'm not sweating to death. I'm not dehydrating at all. So I looked up what causes that, and it makes perfect sense why I've not seen it before. When I died before, I shut down and took a break and logged back in. This time, I did not. So, just a moment. There we go. Now the environment data is back. So that's what the environment data means. And I probably would have stayed on top of the water anyway. I mean, I made a second camel pack, which, by the way, the recipe for a camel pack is some leather around a glass bottle. If you need leather, just cook rotten flesh. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so there you go. Also, I can go in there. Alright, so I wanted to satisfy my curiosity, and that patch of grass that was here, I was using it to gather the different types of seeds from Hunger Overhaul, and then bone mealing it to get some grass and plants and some saplings from Pam's Harvest Craft and Hunger Overhaul. And let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff. First off, these are all things added by Hunger Overhaul. What was that I just saw? Just saw something that had extra text on it. There it is. White mushroom. The reason why I have this in the seed chest is because though you can turn it into a seed, the seeds don't plant. At least in this mod pack, you have to plant the white mushroom itself. And then there are even a few other things which are not food. Well, actually, this is food, and vanilla seeds, which you can get from tilling grass blocks into dirt. You can get those. Those are food, but the candleberry and the cotton are not. Cotton makes string, and candleberry is used for making this hard leather substance. But let's see here. Over here, almost a single chest full of different types of saplings. So there's a lot, and I'm pretty sure I haven't found everything yet. As a matter of fact, I know there are pneumatic craft seeds, but those aren't for food. But there's also carrots and potatoes and perhaps a few other things that are in Hunger Overhaul that I don't know about, whatever. But anyway, I converted the grass area, since I'm probably not going to need it, at least right now, over to a farm for commonly used food. So I've got wheat and peanuts. I'm going to make a whole bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because they're delicious. Anyway, where was I? Oh, there it is. I said that I was going to be making the presser and demonstrating what needs to be done in order to get the bacon cheeseburger. So the first thing you're going to need to know about this is you put the soybeans here, or soft, or what's it called? We'll find out here in just a moment. Where's my soybean collection? I will grab 16 of them and put them in here. It does not need to be hooked up to power, it just runs. And from the soybeans you get soy milk and silken tofu, that's what it's called. And I'm going to let this run for a bit and show you what needs to be done next. So I'll be right back. Alright, that has finished cooking, and next, after you run the soybeans through, you can run silken tofu through to get some of the substance here called firm tofu over here. Let's see here, the usage for silken tofu, you can make butter and some soups. It's sort of like a soup stock. There's some interesting uses for it. There's cheesecake. That's kind of delicious sounding. A whole bunch of different things that you can use the silken tofu with. A lot of different ice creams. Ooh, scallion baked potato. But I am more interested right now in making this firm tofu, so I'm going to let that do its thing. I've gone ahead and turned some bread into toast. You just cook the bread and it makes toast. So what I'm going to need now is some cheese. So let's go ahead and, oh, what is that in there? Let's go ahead and put the soy milk in with some butter, and I've already forgotten the pot. To get some cheese. And then I'm going to need to make the burgers, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in there, put that in there. That's almost done. Oh, it's nighttime. That's right. So, I couple nights ago fought off a zombie that took me from dawn until dusk to kill it. It had something like, oh, I don't know, 400 health on it. It was ridiculous. Can't shift click from there. Oh, come on, just die already. Enough with the clunks. Oh, you're a big one. Man, you're loud. Okay, it's dead. That took a lot longer than I wanted. Anyway, so now I need to put the firm tofu in here. I'm only going to use 8 of it to make hamburger. Then the hamburger with the cheese to make the cheeseburger. Then the cheeseburger with the firm tofu again to make the bacon cheeseburger. So that's the process right there for making the bacon cheeseburgers. They are wonderfully delicious and very filling. If you manage to be able to eat 2 of them, like I mentioned before, you will have a completely full hunger bar and a completely fully saturated, well-fed bar. And it's basically the equivalent of having twice as much food in your stomach. So it's a great thing. It takes a little bit of work to do, but if you do a whole bunch of it at once, you don't have to worry about dealing with that as much. And just shut up, you stupid spider. So I'm going to deal with the spiders and whatnot, and then I need to start harvesting a bit more dust because I'm running low on iron. So I'm going to get to work on that and then figure out what I want to do next pertaining to quests. Actually, let's see here. Is there anything in here that is worth going after immediately? Oh, did all these things. Now I just need to kill an Enderman, which will probably take a while. I guess I can go ahead and just detect this. Where'd it go? I thought for sure I made some. Oh, I just made raw plastic. That's what it was. 4 of those make, or 4 plastic make 4 plastic sheets, so that's convenient. And then that's going to require me to do some very special work. That is actually, let's see here. Hold on, let me kill this spider. Okay, so I took a quick survey of the different quests that are available for me to do. And it looks like, for the most part, I'm going to have to start focusing on some pneumatic craft and possibly heading off towards the city, which I understand to be in the same direction as that, whatever that quest was, the data module thing. So I went ahead and set up the recipes for some of the things that I will need for not only the quests, but also just to use. So we've got pressure gauge tube, a pressure chamber window, well, four of one, pressure chamber valve, and just pressure chamber wall. So in the interest of getting some actual quests done this episode, I thought for sure that would have finished it. Oh, I need to do that. So I can't even turn that in yet. Well, at least it detected that. I can turn this guy in, claim the reward for that, and get some compressed iron for that quest. But I'm going to have to actually put together a pressure chamber. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here and tackle that with the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can, whether in the comments or in the videos themselves. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I am going to definitely need to wrap up here, so thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.